Jews, right?
And many Jews, yeah.
And many Jews, so-called Jews. But y'all came from the Neanderthals. I can't pronounce the word. Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Cavemen. Okay? Go ahead.
One can see pure Neanderthal noses, just like the plaster reconstructions of Neanderthal faces, based on actual Neanderthal skulls, reposing in the University Museum at the University of Pennsylvania, where Dr. Carlton Kuhn was professor.
So they got icons of you, looking like in your caveman state. And I got icons too. I got the books. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Carlton Kuhn was professor emeritus of anthropology.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I got where I was in the mountain. Let me go to page 71 here, and just read this right here.
They could range in color from black fur to almost blonde fur.
And that fur, I wish a fur, your whole body was covered like an animal in the Caucasus Mountains. Your whole body, fur, like animals. And really, if you don't have a lot of you white folks, if y'all don't have a shaver, y'all go back to that fur. You know? Go ahead.
But the most common color was sort of a rich mahogany.
Red. Rich mahogany. Well, that's more like a red. Brownish or reddish brown. That's your real color is red. Esau. Go ahead.
Their fur or hair was very profuse, except on the breasts of the females. And
see, you have a bunch of hair, thick hair, fur hair, but the breasts of the females, you can see her titties. Okay, I got pictures on that. He tell the truth. I got pictures on it. So can you imagine a Edomite woman? She's covered with hair, but this her breasts is not covered. Yeah, she got to feed her young. The Most High, He's fair. Go ahead. Yeah, keep them alive. Yeah, keep them alive. Yeah, go ahead.
It was usually straight. Talking about the hair.
Okay. The hair, straight hair, stringy. We don't a white black sister love here. Stringy doggy hair. That was easier to say. Stringy doggy hair. Go ahead.
However, the hair of the head was often curly, like a woolly mahogany fleece.
The so-called Jews, they known for that.
Yeah, and your typical white man, he'll have a one color hair here, and his beard will be totally different.
That's true.
And
right.
texture.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good point.
They had large, protruding faces and very large noses, with large, elongated nostrils.
Sorry, so-called Jew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They lived.
But it sounds like the so-called Jew a little more pure white than the
Wicked Witch of the West. That's what made me think.
Yeah, right. But you know what? The so-called Jew look more like that because they didn't really mix their blood like other white people mix their blood. You know, they're trying to be Jews, and the Jews, you know, the law is
separate, right?
Keep it separate. So that's why they look more like the Neanderthal than your cousin's so-called white man, the regular white Christians. Go ahead.
They lived in very remote valleys, high up in the mountains, but they were not at all rare.
Right. Now rare, they're everywhere. Okay, let's go to page 75.
This is awesome.
And let's read. Did I say stop?
On page 75. If these Captar descriptions and traditions.
And they call them Captar. So Captar is another word for Bigfoot. Or what's the other name? It's Bigfoot is one more name too. Sasquatch. Yeah. But really, Bigfoot, that's a so-called white man. Bigfoot and Sasquatch.
Yeah,
it is white man in the mountains. That's living raw, you know.
His kinfolk.
Right, exactly. Go ahead.
If these Captar descriptions and traditions are to be trusted at all, they not only lend support to the above, but add to our picture of Neanderthals. Their fur color was predominantly and commonly a deep red.
A deep red, like your daddy Esau. Read the book of Genesis 25. Edom. Right? Go ahead.
Their head hair or fur could be curly, like a woolly fleece. They could speak a primitive language. Some Soviet scientists have maintained that Neanderthals might not have been able to speak at all because the structure of their neck vertebrae impinged upon potential larynx development.
They grunt. They grunted. They didn't have no speech. They grunt. They didn't know how to speak from the other nations.
Right.
Okay, the Bible is a real book. I'm gonna read the scriptures that truly talks about that.
Fine.
That's how they talk.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, right? Go ahead.
But the Captar traditions insist that they can speak, but perhaps only in guttural sounding grunts
Right.
and a few single syllable words.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
It goes without saying that these Captar are also noted for their stench.
Woo! Everybody know when the so-called white man come in the shower, they stink. They smell like dog. Let me tell you something, so-called white man. Black people think you smell like dog. That's what when you wet, you try to get away from you. When you come to work and you're all wet, we believe you smell like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and the other nations believe that too. The Latinos, Israelites believe that. The blacks believe that. And I'm sure the Chinese and the rest of them believe that too, man. You smell like dog. But you can't smell your own odor. That's why you think you smell regular.
Yeah, I smell them at work.
And the thing is, what's so funny about Esau, the so-called white man? I don't give you an example. They don't like when the other nations wear cologne, especially Jake. They don't like the smell of cologne, a lot of them, and perfume. I'm talking about on a regular basis. Maybe when they go out to a fancy dinner, they put a little perfume on. But I'm talking about everyday living. They don't like it. I'll give you two examples. Like, but they ain't say to me because they scared to tell me. I put on a little cologne or, body wash, fragrance, whatever, body spray. But it's this, what's this guy? He's from Jordan. So he wear, those guys wear something like strong fragrance.
Yeah.
But it don't smell bad. I can smell it, but it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? At all. It don't, like, they always complain how he smell. Oh, it's too strong. But they stink. They all stink. But, so I call it a white gorilla. It's this big white Edomite woman at the damn job. And she don't take showers at all. And she stinks. So it gets so bad, they gotta tell her, take a shower. And that's from black people. Somebody tell a man, tell her to take a shower, she stinks. But the Edomites don't complain about it. But they complain about when you smell good. Like for instance, in the bathroom, we used to keep those fragrances where every few minutes there's spray. Yeah. The bathroom smell decent. We had to take it out because the Edomites complain about it. So you gotta smell shit and piss, but you don't want to smell that fragrance. I said, but you know what? That good smell stuff bothers them. They want to smell like how they was in the mountains, stinking, wet and stinking.
Yeah, Mr. Florio back in the day, remember?
Yeah, Mr. Florio. Yeah, Mr. Florio. I used to wear cologne back in the day in school. So high school, we went to high school together, and Mr. Florio was upset that I had cologne on. So I went off on his ass, And then when I left, I sprayed it everywhere. I sprayed it everywhere. But they don't like good smelling stuff, Edomites, man. They want you. They like smelling the earth and stinking stuff. Well, go ahead.
It goes without saying that these Captar are also noted for their stench, but this would hold for any wild animal living under such conditions.
Yeah, he called them wild animals. What do you expect? He's a wild animal smelling in these wild conditions. Go ahead.
And for any modern person living under the same conditions for any length of time. It is interesting, though, that this characteristic smell of, quote, wild men has been compared more than once to the smell of a field of potatoes.
I think it smells worse than that. I never smelled a field of potatoes before. So.
Yeah, I smell it. Yeah.
Oh, it stinks?
Well, I know after they fertilize it, dude.
Oh, wow.
A bunch of chicken shit over there.
Okay. And that's it. Okay, that's it. All right, so let's get the scriptures, man. So the scriptures is going to explain what we just read. And talk about the so-called white man. Give me Job 31 through 8.
Book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 1. But now they that are younger than I.
Talk about the so-called white man because they're younger than us because we overdone. Okay.
Younger than I have me in derision.
Now the Job said now these lowlifes have us in derision, have us in captivity. Go ahead.
Whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Yeah, I don't want these people around my animals, my dogs. They don't have sex with them. You know, Esau love dogs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why they love their dogs so much, because that's their best friend in the Caucasus Mountains. That's their buddy, you know? So don't mess with Esau dogs, man. He'll lock you up. Answer Michael Vick.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me?
That's right. How can these low life profit me? You know what I'm saying? They're low people. Go ahead.
In whom old age was perished.
That's right. No wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Children are fools. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For want and famine they were solitary.
That's right. So they were up in the Caucasus Mountains. And not just the Caucasus Mountains, the other mountain regions across the earth in that area. Go ahead.
Fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste.
That's right, man, because the other nation didn't went around because they're a bunch of thieves and robbers and lowlifes.
Just like they are now.
Yeah, right now. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
That's right, man. So they're in the mountain eating those vegetables, you know, those plants. They'll eat them raw. They won't cook them. They eat them raw. Go ahead.
They were driven forth from among men.
That's right.
They cried after them as after a thief.
Yeah, because the so-called white man, he'll take your dog and take your sheep. Or you might find him in the barnyard. He's having sex with your sheep and your goats and stuff like that. You don't want him around. Like, get the hell out of here.
Still happens today.
To this day. Go ahead.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
The Caucasus Mountains. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Among the bushes they brayed.
That grunt. It's in this book right here.
Right.
Go ahead.
Under the nettles they were gathered together.
Yeah, get keep that 14, 15 of them
Mm-hmm.
in the bushes. Yeah, that was done. Go ahead.
Verse 8. They were children of fools.
That's
Yea.
right, because the children are fools. These guys, they think it's okay for a man to get married, a woman to get married, a woman to be over us. They're children of fools. Go ahead.
They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
That's right. Lowlifes, man. Stinking lowlifes. So-called white man. So I got a book to back up what the Bible said and what this book says. The Social People. It's called The Wild Man. Medieval Myth and Symbolism by Timothy Husband with the assistance of Gloria Gilmore House from the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. This is big time stuff here. This whole book is good. I got another book upstairs too. But this one, for time's sake, because we done burnt a lot of time already. We'll go to page 3. This is a real history, so-called white man. We showing you some love here, man. So you want some love?
Like a reunion.
Yeah. Love. I love everybody. We showing you some love.
Yeah.
So this is so-called white man on all fours, like an animal. That's how he was, on all fours, like an animal. And this is 1335. This ain't 500 BC. This is 1335 through the Middle Ages. A picture in England in the London British Library. And look how furry he is. Look how he look. Look at that curly woolly hair on top of his head. Just like the book said.
Yep.
And this whole book is like this. But I'm gonna show 3 pictures for time's sake.
Con.
Israelites and Jews. Man, get out of here. You ain't nothing but a damn devil. You can see the whole earth like you somebody special. And one day I might do a whole lesson on this, man. They probably shut down the whole Instagram.
They're trying to.
This is page 24, and these are, and this is not costume they're wearing. This is actually hair they're wearing on their body. These are wild men storming the Moors castle, our people, Israelites. Detailed. This is in Germany. This proved that we ruled Germany and we would find off the wild men. Look at that right there. We showed that picture before.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's not a costume. There's actually hair on them. Fighting the Israelites, the tribe of Judah, the German kings and queens, proving that they were black, and the white man was in a low state.
Con.
It's going to inspire me to do a lesson about how low the white man was. And I think this picture was in the early 1400s.
Oh, it's funny you say this, and we're talking this. So I go thrift stores, and there was like a similar photo like that, but like at the size of the TV. They know this.
Oh wow!
So it was like they had it like in a fancy house. Like that's our history.
Right.
And I went back to the thrift store like a month later, sold.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah, I gotta look through my phone. I'll share it with y'all.
Okay, this is page 31. Remember I said that they were all hairy, but their breasts were showing? Come on, a woman.
Con.
Little hair on her breast. It's a perfect picture. A couple. The wild condition from the poor condition of society. And behind is a castle where blacks ruled. This is like early 1400s too. And she breastfeeding her child.
Yeah.
Like the book said, right what the book said.
Yep. Except for that one area.
In the reddish color too.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
Right on the money. They said the book line or the Bible line. Oh, there's three sources. The three witnesses line.
3 unrelated witnesses.
Right.
Yeah.
So the white man didn't want to deal with his history right here.
Hell no.
They don't want nobody.
Con.
So you have no reason to be arrogant and proud. And this is like in a cave too. It's not it's a house, it's a cave then. Jeez. Man. That was down bad, white man. Man. So man, let's go to so my man Fredrick Price said the laws were done away with. Let's prove that the laws were never done away with, and that he only did one nation Israel.